Up is down, what's left is right. Chasing stars and holding you. I can't see the end, but we'll see it through. Times don't fly too high. Be sure to keep the ground in sight. Fly forever if you keep it tight. Love the world, but keep the sky on your mind.
Well, hello everyone. Welcome into Flying with Mike. Getting started a little early today, but hopefully it'll be worth it. We're just getting our flight plan filed into VATSIM, connecting up. We shall be on here as American Airlines 1924. Funny thing is, it hasn't flown this route, well, since the beginning of the month. But you know what? Hey, it's legal, so we'll take it. And we got our squawk code. We'll get to that in a momentio. But welcome in. Hope you all had a great weekend. Hope you had a chance to catch yesterday's stream. If not, of course, it's up on YouTube. Also, if you don't like the commercials, folks, hence why we went an extra song so that we could push past that. Until October 1, you get pretty good discounts, folks, up to 30% off of subscriptions and 20% out of the Loot Cave. So check it out, folks. The message is in the chat room. So, but again, American Flight 1924 in the gate here at Destin, Florida, co-located with Eglin Air Force Base. And like my message in Discord said, like it says when it went out, why are we leaving Florida for, of all places, Chicago? Please, really? Oh, I feel sorry for you folks. Oh well. But like I said, also, it's what we're scheduled to do today, so I guess we'll leave the beach. But anyway, who in their right mind would leave the beach for Chicago of all places? Oh my gosh. Anyway, who would leave anywhere for Chicago for that matter? But anyway, that's a whole different down the road. But anyway, I hope y'all enjoy. We're ready to go, by the way. I'm going to put us up here in the cockpit. Let's do a quick pre-brief. And folks, we got an on-time departure. It's right now. Unless I dilly-dally, which that never happens here. All right, there's Sim Toolkit, and there we go. And let me clear that off. Today's flight, I can tell, see, we can hold 180 people back there, folks. Only 116 want to leave. Smart people that stayed. But anyway, again, that's another day we can talk about Chicago, where it should end up. 26,680 pounds of cargo. Block fuel at 18. Let's just call it 19,000 pounds, folks. We're only off by about 26,000 pounds. or 26 pounds. So, again, 116 weird people wanting to go to, of all places, Chicago. And we are going to go ahead. I really about ready told the system, no, we're going to take off on runway 12. It's right behind us. But I'm going to be good. I'm going to behave because I am going to Chicago where they definitely don't behave. You thought Philadelphia was bad? Ha! Ha! Philadelphia learns from Chicago. So, but anyway, we will continue on. Cost index dispatch gave us 35. And we're happy to say 35,000 feet to start with, and we're going to be allowed a VOSTK to go up to 36,000. So, ought to be a fun ride up there, even though it is Chicago. Weather? Why again would you leave just under 90 degrees? Actually, pretty low humidity for the beach, and calm winds. Beautiful. And then go up to a place that's barely just under 70 degrees. Winds at 8 knots out of the north. So, I mean, it's cold and it's damp and it's gonna get wet. So, we got a and they even broke the sky in Chicago. It's broken at 3,300 feet. I mean, somebody's got to go up there and fix it. So, anyway, 3,300 feet for the first layer of broken. Then they broke it again at 13,000. They didn't feel good enough, folks. They had to break it at 25,000 feet as well. So 19 degrees Celsius, 11 degrees dew point. So, and they have weather going to be moving in later today, if not when we arrive. So, all right, so enough of the bad news. Let's get on with the good news. Like, let's call pushback and let's get ready to get out of here, because the quicker we get up to Chicago, the quicker we get out. And that's the best way to see Chicago in the mirrors, 100 miles away or better.
Ground to cockpit, please show me where you want to go.
I want to go here.
Ground to cockpit, tow is driving up.
All right, we'll wait on the tug. When he shows, we will begin. Ah, there he is. Or it is he. That is a he voice. All right, so let's pull the jetway away. It was already away, folks. I brought it back for the opening intro. So that's why the system isn't doing it. In case Mr. ZIBO himself is watching, that is why. It's not because something screwed up. All right, let's pull the chocks, even though he does it. I love it. ZIBO, folks, is the airplane we're flying, and you're going to find this to be, in my opinion, better than PMDG. And, folks, I've got a lot of hours in the PMDG 737, 800, and FSX and Century of Flight.
All doors and hatches are closed.
So I can actually honestly give it a compare. And this is dynamite. First off, you're starting off in a sim that didn't take 2 arms and a leg to have PMDG take the rest. Dollar side. This, folks, is a mod to the already on board 737-800 when you buy Z or X-plane. And for free, it's better than PMDG. How about that? Man. All right, we're just about ready to push. Let's get these in order here. Get these on.
So
140.
And bypass pin inserted. Release parking brake.
We shall momentarily. 015. Initial climb 35. 3 green set. And we're looking good. Hang on. Looking good. And the good thing is All right, nothing's going up and down like it did on one update. By the way, we are running with the latest update as of 10:30 Central Daylight Time. If there's been one since, and folks, you think I'm kind of kidding with this? Talk to Duluth. He put the latest update in, fired up his sim, and a new one hit. ZIBO is very serious about fixing the program when there's minor bugs reported, and he can recreate and updating, tweaking other things within it to make it even closer to the real aircraft. Fantastic. A lot of companies need to kind of pay attention. But he also has, I believe, only one product. So to the defense of the other companies who may have multiple lines, get multiple people taking care of the multiple lines. But I get it. You have multiple things to keep up to date. So, but anyway, fantastic. And the fact that he doesn't charge us, well, he'd love donations, folks. Don't worry. All of us want donations. But man, what a product he has put out here. My hat off to you, ZIBO, and the team of testers there at Skymatic. Thank you so much. All right, so we are hooked up. All I need to do is get that squawk code loaded in. Now, we talked about this yesterday, when ATC is not available or not up, let's put it a better way. It's always, let me rephrase that, it's not always available in the real world too. That's why you get a lot of delays that the news flat out won't report most of the time. The delays come from ATC and people not showing to work and so forth. So, and I get it, they got a stressful job, they need some time off. At your expense. Oh yeah, I watched many a delay because of ATC at the airport. Big culprits, Punta Gorda and St. Pete. That all falls into one little area of the world, and sometimes Sanford. Hey, Duluth Fly, welcome aboard, sir. Hope you enjoy the flight. I don't know why we're going to Chicago, but for some reason they said go to Chicago. We're leaving the beach, of all places, for Chicago. But anyway, I hope y'all enjoy. Okay, we are all hooked up. Let's just do a quick take a look and make sure no doors were left open, they didn't catch. And we look good. Jetway's away. And here we go.
Starting pushback, and you may start engine.
And before you all think that I'm really cruel to Chicago, I can be cruel. I'm from downstate. Illinois. Any place that needs to be digged at, Chicago is king of the hill. Followed right on its heels by St. Louis, Missouri. Not sure which one's the most unsafe. Are we trying to get philosophical this early in the morning? Well, I guess it's not early in the morning anymore, is it, Duluth? All right.
Operation complete. Set parking brake.
Make sure we're all fired up. Tribute to Elvis.
Disconnecting tow. Stand by.
All right, there we go. We've got light off on both engines and getting this show on the road again. I wish I wasn't heading up to Windy.
Tow is disconnected and bypass pin has been removed. Hand signal will be on the right. We'll see you next time and have a great flight.
All right, thanks, Better Pushback. We sure appreciate it. Would you mind pulling us back into the gate? We don't want to go to the Windy City after all. Just kidding. All right, so we're all fired up here, folks. As you can tell, generators on. Okay, and rock and roll, go to number 2 today. And probe heats are on, wing packs, isolation valve, APU, oof. All right, and final checks, APU off. Okay, taxi. Okay, and lights. Okay, final checks, RTO, ATC will set, heading bug set, lower cam. We're gonna use that right now. Oh, I gotta remember why these switches aren't showing up. Okay, I'll have to remember it. When you take an update, sometimes they wipe out everything you had before, or the livery does it. I don't think I've flown this one that much. November 27, November. So you kind of get prepared for things you're used to and now you don't have. Okay, we'll get our surfaces checked. All right, let me also, while I'm at it, set a little longer there. And we're ready to taxi, folks. Oh, let's get our CTAF. 18,200 seems to be a common theme with these CTAF, common traffic frequencies. I seem to get a lot of them on 118.2. Okay, we got that. Might as well. Brakes off. Here we go. And okay, go ahead and turn on the lights. Destin traffic. Oop. We're still on Unicom. Destin common traffic, American 1924 taxiing from the terminal to runway 2. Like I said, folks, 1-2 is like right there, and believe me, I thought about it. But like I said, I'm going to do this right. I'm going to do what SimBrief said. There is no ATIS here, so it's not like I can cheat like I can at O'Hare. Or if I was going to Lambert. But not every airport's going to have that digital ATIS. I don't know the price tag behind it. And it can already, it's expensive just to operate an airport, let alone, you know, adding features and people that would be needed to keep it up to date. Even though I believe the ATIS is kept up to date in a tower. All right, we got us about a 10,000 foot taxi, 2 miles roughly, to runway 2. Actually, about 11,000 feet. But anyway, at this point, we're about 10,000 feet from it. So, and then we'll get on runway 2 and boogly woogly up to the Windy City and hopefully get out of there quickly. So I hope you all had a great weekend, and looking forward to the first full week of fall. More like flood here. No, it's not been that bad of rain, but we've had a lot of rain, I'll say that much. We had some yesterday in the morning hours. About lunchtime or thereabouts, the weather kind of broke, but it didn't break to where we saw the sun. Today, same thing going on. A lot of rain up until about lunchtime, and it's kind of backed off, but there's still a lot looming to come this way. Oh, and while I'm talking here, folks, in the Destin, Florida area, all the way down to Tampa, really start paying attention to your weather guessers. Now, you may not think they guess right, but I can tell you this much. Something's brewing in the Caribbean right near the Cayman Islands and Honduras, Belize area. It is expected to go up through that strait. Now, what I've seen looks like the eye will stay over water. That's never good. Enter the Gulf. Haven't really checked temperatures, but a Cat 2, Cat 3, or stronger hurricane could emerge by Thursday, hitting the coast. Of course, Tampa would be a little earlier, Destin may be a little later, but guys, be on your guard. You've got the potential for a pretty significant hurricane forming in the next couple of days. Hopefully you're already thinking or already thought through the what the heck should I do scenarios. So, and then implement, because I got a feeling something, how strong, how big, I mean, it's just meandering right now, folks, which is never good. So yeah, just to let you know, hurricane hunters are scheduled to fly. I have not gotten any word if they canceled today or not, which that would possibly be a good sign. It could also possibly be a bad sign, because they break too. All right, I think this is golf. Oh no, Victor, we want to turn on. Is that all right here? So keep your eye to the sky, listen to your weather forecasters, and make your own calls. I mean, they'll give you the data, folks, or go to the National Hurricane Center, see it firsthand, and make your call from that. It's what I do, and I also have a guy in Tampa that I really listen to a lot, Drunken Monkeys. I know, sounds like a weird site, but Spaghetti Models is his website. And folks, he's got a ton of spaghetti models. That's those little lines showing you where they think storms are going and all. Yeah, he's pretty good, folks. I'm not going to say he's an all-out know-it-all, but every time I've listened or he's come out concerned, guess what? His concern was warranted. All right, let's finish this up and get the airplane airborne. So if you have loved ones or you yourself live, let's just make it simple. Everyone goes, where's Dustin? Mobile, Alabama. I think we all kind of know where that is. If not, you know the little part of Alabama that's on the Gulf. All the way around to Tampa should be watching. Okay, so auto brakes are in reject. Runway turnoff lights, we'll get those in a minute. Landing lights we'll get in a minute. We can actually extend. Oh, wait a minute. Come on. Okay, now we're going to do a couple checks. Really? Hang on. Exterior, sorry. Halogen. Irritating. I do this just about, I think, every update. Got to go through on something and update it. Alright, now let's look up. There they are off. Now y'all are going, oh, now that looks right. Exactly. Okay, fuel pumps are all on. APU is off. Flight attendants have been told, get your butts in your seats now. And ATC, Terra heading, and
cabin is secured. Have a good flight.
Click and click. I know why VNAV isn't coming alive. Let's try again. Nope. All right, we'll get it in flight. All right, we're ready to go. Destin traffic, American 1924 departing runway 2. Flaps set, auto brakes set, and here we go. Now this, folks, is one of those airports you could actually hear the famed 10 minutes after departure, expect flight level, whatever, or whatever altitude. So that's why we run a timer on the runway. Somebody needs to tell Laminar it's runway 2 now. Now, the cool thing is, toga. $80 knots. V1.
V1 rotating.
Rotating.
Positive rate.
Gear up.
400.
All right, what I'm going to do now. First off, begin to get ready to clean the
1,000.
airplane up. All right, VNAV's gonna be a little treacherous. Let me roll the range out a little. Make that turn to Montgomery. And that's kind of what I figured was causing it, folks, just so you know. Ah, now we got that one too. Okay. So they're setting it up their way. I got it. Cool. We'll have a new way to explain how to do descents. Duke Field right over here. Okay, flaps are up, timers on, and we're climbing for flight level 350. Landing lights are at 10,000. Yeah, I can hear the grumbling back there. Why the heck are we leaving Florida for Chicago of all places? Should have gone south. All right, folks, we're through the 10,000 foot mark. That means the lights come off and we continue to climb. Hope y'all enjoy. Yeah, I know. We're leaving Florida for, of all places, Chicago. Just about anywhere in the country would be better than Chicago. All right, we're going to go in here now and try and figure out what else we got to fix. Okay, that's good. That's actually good. Actually, they didn't set it completely to what they normally fly. I don't know what this is. Don't know what that is. Oh no, I want that one to stay. My bad, my bad. That ref button smart. I don't know what that means. Escobar is on the flight again? Oh no. All right, I have not seen. Don't see them. I hate when I do that, folks. Is it that one? It can't be that. Made sense, too, when I saw it. Okay, I'm gonna have to figure it out here one day, what that is. It used to be real easy to figure it out. Oh. Now I don't remember, so okay, we'll turn our fuel off. But it was something, can't remember. I do want to check something though. Yeah, I know. I'm busy here trying to. No, it wouldn't be here, I don't think. Okay. Here it is. Yep, there it is. Okay, auto land fail, either passive or operational. Yet there's a thing, yeah, I've had to do this before. You click the CH. Now, this one and this one, I'm wondering if I ought to go yes. But, there we go. All right, now we're good to go, folks. Hey, we're almost to cruise, too. So, hey, thanks for bearing with me there, folks, through that. I don't know what the fourth button is, and I don't even know if you really see that CH much on them. But I've actually seen it come up, and if I remember right, somewhere. Now, there's one thing I do want to make sure is the APU. So I thought there were more things you could put on that ECAM. And this, I'd like to know a good
1,000 to go.
good number. So, and folks, hang on, let me go to the next page. All right, well, we'll not worry about it. Folks, I will be right back. A special visitor has graced the cockpit. The little Lily is here. Hello, hello. We'll be right back.
Traffic, traffic. Climb, climb. Increase climb. Increase climb.
Azuli! Welcome in, sir. We are on a... Oh, man, we're about to hit somebody. What the... Who got in my way?
Climb, climb. Clear of conflict.
Well, we're now clear, so either we hit them or they moved away. Oh, wow. Look at that reflection, folks. Reminds me of the old Chrome Dome days with this climb, climb, climb. Who was that, by the way? Oh, I know what I wanted to check. Hang on a second, folks. They passed behind you. Yeah. We were attending to a VIP on the flight deck, so that's why. Hang on, while we're in this break. Oh, there it is, right there. Let's see. Survey says... Am I on or am I not? Well, it's not completely up to... Well, wait. No, it's not up to date. All right. Well, we'll kind of keep an eyeball on it, but yeah, right now... I'm on, but it doesn't show that I'm airborne. That's the only bummer, folks. There's me. Okay, you're not seeing this. Hey, welcome back, folks. Any VATSIM on your end? Checking this VATI project a part of here, and not showing me moving. Nor, again, am I on the Twitch list? Huh, he says. But VATSIM-wise, I just had United pass me, Delta's coming up, but they're gonna turn for Atlanta here soon. Controller-wise, Azul, none, thank God. Oh, I take it back. Yeah, I spoke too soon. O'Hare hates me. Oh, yeah, we got both center and approach up. And O'Hare, let's see what O'Hare VATSIM is doing. Oh, let's see. Vectors for the ILS 9 approach, ILS Prem 10 center, ILS Yankee 10 right, no thank you. And so yeah, that's what we have ahead of us. We just crossed Montgomery, Alabama. We're headed to Rome, Georgia, where we'll turn a little more north. and then onward to the Windy City. You're over Kansas. Kansas. Well, let me get my phone up here and running. A lot easier to catch things in chat. And yeah, I better plug it in. We'll see how it does. You're United, but that close call was not me. Okay. All right, you're flying a United over Kansas. Let's see. Not seeing any Uniteds in Kansas. Unless, hang on, I have a feeling that might be Kansas. You in Denver Center by chance? Or Denver Center's territory? Because that is the only United in that area. Besides the one that tried to ram me. No. Oh wait, here's one coming. Oh, that's coming through Memphis. Headed for no flight plan, so I couldn't tell you. Excuse me, folks. So we're headed up towards north and west of Atlanta, and then we turn up towards the arrival into Chicago. We will be planning 10 Center. We will be hopefully granted gate H6 Hotel 16, and hopefully everything goes as planned. O'Hare and its ATIS messages are always difficult. But I can tell you this much, we're India at this point. However, this point is an hour away. It'll change. So hopefully things will get better as we get closer. Right now, this is, folks, just past. Yeah, Zach, the map said I'm in Kansas, but yet why am I over Memphis? You know, you don't have a flight plan either. The one I see south and west of Memphis, 2915. Oh wait, there's another one. Stand by, I found another one going to Dulles. No, from Dulles. But he's about to land in the guitar, Nashville. Other than that, I got no other Uniteds in my area. So you're safe, we won't hit. All right, so like I said, reading this is very difficult. You know what? I'm just going to let you see it so you go, yeah, you've been dogging Chicago all day. Uh-oh, there was a ding. Hang on. Returning to my cockpit. I don't know what the heck dinged. All right. I know one thing I can do. Doink. All right, there we go. All right. I know I'm doing a lot of things with charts up. All right, so And you can read it, folks, if you can. But basically, the meat and potatoes, here's your weather. Starts right here. Now, the arrivals come after that. So expect vectors, ILS runway 9 Charlie, Santa. Approach, ILS PRM for runway 10 center. I have no idea what PRM is all about. I just know it says ILS and 10 center. That's what I'm gonna do. Let's see here, and we also have one for 10 right. Now the reason why I said not a chance, 10 right's way down here. Yeah, it's the new guy on the block, just like this one way up here. Yeah, they're super long taxis. But I know they use them. The goal at O'Hare is 3 runways arrive, 3 runways depart, and they really try using the crosswind here as well. So you'll have, say, this runway, and maybe this for landings, depending on winds. Flip it, actually the 4, and I've watched them land on the 4s. That was awesome flying over the factory I was at. Whether they do that today or not, it's another story. So they do try to keep 3 open for landing, 3 open for departures, and that's what was the goal prior to COVID. After COVID, I don't know. I only see 2 here. No, actually, I do see 3. I take that back. And then they'll have departure runways. The big thing here with O'Hare, land and hold short. They have had a lot of close calls. Now, the only real close calls you can really have now at O'Hare is the utilization of 4 left to 2 right. Otherwise, they've pretty well eliminated a lot of the close calls they have, and it was normally primarily the runway right through here. Was actually their longest runway. I think it was longer than 10 left. I think it may have been 13,000, but I thought it was 14. But anyway, they've had a lot of close calls on that runway, hence it's gone. And it also allowed them to build a nice, finally, to a lot of pilots' praise, a de-ice area. I don't know if there's one over on this end of the airfield, but at least one here. So that was something much needed there. My dad, I've told y'all, was an airline pilot. He hates, absolutely despises flying through O'Hare, especially in the winter. They de-ice in the gate. Okay, most airports, that's an okay policy. I would not say this for the amount of traffic that comes through our little podunk airport north of us that I worked at, that shouldn't have been a problem, but it was. It was an amazing sight. One plane, they couldn't get de-ice because, folks, you understand the de-ice rules. 30 minutes from the time they start, not the time they finish, the time they start, the airplane has to be getting airborne. Oh my gosh. And it's, you just have to look at KBLV to go from the passenger terminal to either runway. It was mind-boggling. There's a lot of mind-boggling things about that airport. I know a lot of it. I don't want to get into it on channel, and it probably, that dirty laundry probably needs to stay there. But it's just maddening. Well, Chicago at least had one thing on its side to say, yeah, we're screwing up. De-icing in the gates when you're going to end up 10 deep to get off a runway, you'll never make it. Most of those planes would go back for de-ice. Long story short, that's why. So now you have this central de-ice here. It works great when the 9s and the 10s are available. But like I said, I don't know how they do the other side, unless that's in the works as a, because they just finished this. This is new. A lot of what they're doing down here is new in the way they route aircraft and all. These taxiways were always there, folks. They're just not there now. So who knows what's coming? But this is a magnificent thing. The aircraft can pull in, get hit both sides with de-ice, whichever fluids they want, and right out, get in line and go in less than 10 minutes from when the de-ice started, where they actually taxied back at Mid-America. Yeah, not good. All right, so we're coming in 10 Charlie. Let's clear this up. Let's go ahead and do our chart look here real quick. Oh, PRM. Go figure. I would have never known. What the heck PRM means? I have no idea. You guys out there, feel free to put it in the chat. I have no idea what it is. I'll just tell you this, the 2 times I've been into O'Hare, first time, everything went great except for the fact, and I enjoyed it. This is not a knock on it. I got in and I was probably in the terminal 5-6 hours waiting on my ride to get there, which is fine because I knew they were on the way as we were going to Milwaukee. And oh my God, I got to walk around, see everything. Holy mackerel. I was impressed. I actually liked O'Hare at that time. Second time through, we got in, we got out. We came in the American gates, went over to, I think it's the L or the K or the L, and for the most part right out on Alaska. So, and guess where it went? So, I mean, overall, I haven't had bad experiences in it. I think there were some neat things to the airport inside. Where my dad was talking, I get it. I mean, the amount of traffic there, folks, just look at that map. Here, let's look at it again. There are jetways upon jetways in here, folks. It's unreal. Throw in all the cargo here. Here. They moved it. That's why I had to... Wait a minute. They moved it here. This actually, for those of you at Scott Air Force Base, if you didn't know, the 126th Air National Guard Base. Right here. I have no idea how they could launch KC-135s on alert in the Cold War. Now, O'Hare may not have been as busy back in the mid to late 80s. It's just mind-boggling to me. So I get the move to us. I get that one. But yeah, and there used to be a runway here too. Matter of fact, I think these X's mark it. So, But it just, so imagine, folks, this is like second or third busiest airport in the world, which is mind-boggling considering how busy Frankfurt and Heathrow and Tokyo, both Narita and Haneda, Hong Kong and all. It's amazing. Same with Atlanta, amazing, and a lot of aircraft. So, but I had a great time there. All right, so we're going to be coming in, whatever PRM means, and it doesn't tell us simultaneous close approach. Okay, maybe, I don't know. Here's our frequencies across the top. D-ATIS means you can get D-ATIS, folks, on your computer. That's how I get it right here. You can pull it up, D-ATIS, what is it? I haven't had to use it in ages, so bear with me. Oh, wait. D-ATIS, 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 here it is. It is d-atis.cloud, C-L-O-W delta.io, and put in the facility. So, then you got your tower and all of that going out from there. Okay, the next line, getting it back up on my side. Continuation, next line, there we go. There's our ILS frequency. We will have to dial this in. It's not like the Airbuses and many other Boeings that you get it automatically put in. So why don't we do that? We'll do that in a second. It's 108.95, final approach course 093. When we cross Ray, we need to be at 2,300 feet above sea level. That would be your altimeter, folks. Okay, let me see if I can. All right, so that is right here, folks. Now, bold lettering are above sea level, MSL. Bracketed, non-bold are above ground level, which, by the way, your METARs, your cloud heights are above ground level. Don't believe me? Go to Bogota. Better yet, go to Denver. But Bogota for days like this, because you'll get a quick understanding. So we got to be at 2,300 foot on the altimeter here. Decision altitude will be 200 feet or 869 feet AGL barrow. And that is because we're 669 feet above sea level. See how that works. Missed approach to CGT and hold. If we go to Gibbons, we need RNAVs and this and that. Otherwise, simultaneous approaches are authorized, and your visual glide path, that which you see off your PAPIs, could be different than what you see on your ILS. If you're visual, go with your visual cues. The PAPIs, the big landing mats. All right, here you go, folks. We're going to come in. Probably approach will turn us somewhere right in here, and we'll grab the ILS in. Again, currently the weather 40 minutes old. We got a broken sky. Hey, somebody got up and fixed the sky. It's now ceilinged at 13,000. Got a few pesky clouds around 3,200. Cool. So no regards to ceiling. We'll just be going in and out of some scattered clouds. You VFR guys can't. You have to stay within the VFR limits around those clouds. And then down here is the descent path. The big thing is we're going to be aiming for Ruta, so probably Sharon or Peepaw is where they'll turn us in at. 6 to 5,000 feet, and then 4,000 at Ruta. There's the ray at 2,300 feet. We got a full array for the landing lights. There's your missed approach. There's your minimums. We can take an 8 if it's 18 on the RVR or higher. We're good. Half mile visibility or higher. We're good. If our cloud layer is broken or overcast, number is higher than 002, we're good. That's 200 feet. And since the simulators don't really take, you know, I have said it, if there was a way to take what the NOTAM says and put it into the sim, meaning if operations has knocked out the touchdown, okay, let's take this one, touchdown zone centerline lights. If those lights are out, folks, this line no longer applies. We go here. So that's why I'm saying, if we could get the NOTAM that operation folks would put out to read in here, or better yet, the approach light system's dead. And that's happened at my airport, folks, a couple of times. One for thunderstorms that had come through and just took our power down for 16 hours. And two, just recently, I forget what that one caused. I think it was an intermittent, but still, you're now bumping your visibility levels up because you got to see those lights. That's what gets you in closer than a mile usually, instead of just looking for a runway. So it does happen, folks. Like I said, way back, early 2000 time frame, talking like 3, 4, 5, 2000, 3, 4, or 5. We had a nasty storm come through, took down all of the lines that feed the airport. We were out for 8 to 16 hours. It was a sight to behold. Thankfully, no airlines at that time were operating at all at the airport. Just kind of a aside, funny, Noah was. And no, the guy didn't go up in the tower and pull the cord out and go, oh, sorry. So yeah, those things do happen, folks. Severe weather does hit, and it's called severe weather, can do severe things. All right, so let's plug in our ILS numbers. PRM is 10895, so 10895. Okay. I'm going to go ahead just because I never trust. I trust what the weather reports will say, but not in a flight sim. Okay. Reason being, too many variables that could get misaligned, and all of a sudden you're in 0-0 on your sim, and it's reported VFR. That or it's 2 hours, 3 hours, 6 hours, 10 hours old weather. It happens, folks. So I'm always prepared. And we said we're coming in on a runway heading of 093. Okay, so we're all set there. And there, folks, so sit back, relax. We got about 50 minutes to go. Top of descent probably in about 10 or 15 minutes. Enjoy, take a break. Hey, if you're into it, folks, put your predictions in. Love to see. And I'm putting mine in right now. Uh-oh. And it also tells me, I think, Sim Toolkit is kaplooey? Let's find out. METARKORD. Sim Toolkit went kaplooey. That happens. Don't know why, but that happens. All right, now let's try again. Oop. Huh. Interesting. What the heck is going on here? Oh, got to put it in right. Let's try that. There we go. Okay, yeah, you can't put the negative right after the word predict. You gotta put a space, folks. There you go. Feel free to put your predictions in. O'Hare. Interesting, something I need to look into. That looks like ATC centers are not showing. Oh, only approach. No, I'm showing center. So, oh, there we go. Now center is showing on Elevatech. All right, well, SM Toolkits, wherever it gets its data from, is not doing all the greatest right now. All right, so hopefully we'll see if they stay up. If not, no big deal. We'll work it out. Are you serious? It had that number plate right there in front of me this whole time. Oh. Oh, that is what I'm laughing at, folks. Earlier today in prepping for the flight here for y'all, for Elevatech, I was trying to figure out what was the flight, the tail number, because for some reason it doesn't populate tail numbers from your sim brief lineup, even if the plane is in your hangar. Okay, so you still got to type it in no matter what, which I think is silly. Thank you, Sim Toolkit, you do that for us. Anyway, I didn't know the number. I looked at it on SimBrief to get the number and outside the plane, and it was sitting. I don't think the cursor shows, but anyway, where you see the PFD here, just to the left, November 927, November. Oh yeah, can you say I am not worthy? But this new VATI project, that I've got a little concern about. Well, now where am I? Still down. I guess they're not fully live. Oh well, I'm wishing them well because I can't even imagine what it's like to build something like this. Alright, so, but anyway, that's another project we're working on, and when they greenlight me, I'll talk more about it. So, but for now, it's not updating, and that's fine. It's why it's pre-alpha. Over at Elevatex, that we're also in alpha testing, it is alpha. Version 2, I think we're up to. And a lot of features, a lot of neat things. There's some things I've had to argue some people they didn't think was none. You had to pay for it, Sim Toolkit, and no, you don't pay for anything at Sim Toolkit. So, or at least I have come across, and I haven't come across anything to pay for. Where Volanta, I left them pretty quick when I started to have to pay. And for some pretty basic stuff, so I kind of said, see ya. VATSpy and ServInfo, of all things, were better than paying for it. All right, and as the message says, folks, we are in September. It's a good month to get a subscription so you can get ad-free viewing. You can get up to 30% off your subscriptions through the month. And folks, it's not a one-time deal where if you sub me, you can't sub that person. No, it's any time you sub. The percentages are in the message, but it's up to 30%. Take advantage, folks. Good time for commercial-free viewing. Also in the Loot Cave, use that promo code, get another 20% off. So take advantage, folks, while it's here. October 1's just around the corner. I think the end of the week, beginning of next. And I see a typo. Hang on a second here, folks. Let me go in and fix that real quick, because I know we're getting close. Yeah, that will not do the trick. And if you're trying to figure out how to get a hold of ZIBO, let me help you out there. Give me a second here to make a quick correction. If you just do ! the word ZIBO, that's how you get a hold of it. And like I said, folks, you may, like right now we're running, I don't think I have mine. Oh, yes, I do. If you want to know what version you have that you're running, come to your EFB. You know we've been here a lot today. Click the question mark right here will tell you the release number. So if you go to the ZIBO's Discord channel, they actually will tell you when the next update comes down. And where am I right now? Okay. Are you kidding me? We started at 10:30 on this, folks. Got the stream rolling at about 12. At 1:20, another release came out. Thanks, guys. The ZIBO, love it. Love it. So yeah, we're actually one version behind right now. So if you go to their Discord channel, folks, keep the announcements area open and you'll see announcements, ZIBO updates, and tag options. They got a lot of stuff. Skymatic, if you're into watching the videos he does on YouTube, here. And he helps with all of this. He might even be ZIBO. I don't know. I have no idea. But 14's already out. So, shows you just how much they keep this up to date. It's free, by the way, folks. They are more up to date than some of the major aircraft makers out there. If they don't have a bug to fix, they begin to fine-tune realism into the plane, and that's why we get about every week, but sometimes we'll get 7 updates in a week. But it's amazing, and I love it. And as soon as the bug's reported, believe me, they'll have it ironed out as quickly as possible, and an update or 2 will go out. I knew last week, the way they worded the update, that there were going to be at least 2 or 3 more last week than normal, and they're still going. And that is because they're updating the engine model, so they're trying to fine-tune all the parameters, all that take care of that engine. To coincide with this, folks, Austin at X-Plane released a video over the weekend or late last week about how the turbine engine physics works in X-Plane. Folks, this isn't about tabulations and tables. They have gone in and working with the physics of flight, how planes fly, how the atmosphere reacts to the planes, and how these engines do what these engines do. I mean, it's fascinating, the in-depthness they've got. That's why I'm here at X-Plane. Got away from table flying and got into realism at the highest levels. Now, we can squibble over what's outside the cockpit. I mean, that looks a little too bright to me. Again, it's been 40 years. Is that right? Nearly 40 years since I flew an airplane. Real airplane, not a simulated one. Real Cessnas, real Pipers with my private pilot's license. I don't remember the sky looking that bright. It very well might. So please don't get all over my case if you think it isn't. It may very well be. I had an argument a few months ago, well, actually a year or so ago, when we went to Scottsdale, Arizona. I didn't think the cloud dynamics that Laminar was putting out was right. On the way home, we flew through cloud dynamics just like they showed. I don't know what they were showing at that moment, because obviously I wasn't flying on it. But up until then, that is what the clouds were looking like, and I was like, huh. Again, I flew down at, the height I ever went was 10,000. We're up at 30 some odd thousand. So yeah. They do a good job, folks. They really do. We can, the little things I don't mind arguing about, but if you're going to tell me the competitor has better flight dynamics, you're full of crap. And you're going to tell me you're a real pilot? I'm going to question that, and if I see you in the cockpit, I'm going to turn around and probably get off the plane and request my money back. So yeah, no, the flight dynamics are nowhere near what X-Plane puts out. So we are 3/4 of the, well, we'll call it a little over halfway there, and I'm going to get off my soapbox about that other one because I don't want to go negative here. Gone negative enough on Chicago. They deserve it though. And just leave it there. So wow, 14 is out. Okay. All right, well, welcome in everyone. We are flying for some ungodly reason out of Florida for Chicago. Haven't figured that one out. No. Why leave Florida for that place? Beyond me. So, but anyway, that's the game plan here today. Should be getting there in about 36 to 40 minutes from now. Let me double check. Get a progress page up here. We got 220 miles to go, folks, till the computer thinks we start our top of descent. Center may tell us differently. So we'll see how that all plays out. But I'm glad y'all are here. Thank you for being a part of Flying with Mike today. It's always my pleasure. Brand new week, and we're off and going. There we go. Just realized I wasn't full screen, folks. There we go. That looks a lot better. You're probably going, oh, how'd you know? Actually, I do want to check. All right, there we go. Now everything's lined up. Like, we had to come out for the 208 on Friday. One of those other quirks, and I've been told it's more of a, SSL? Is that the right word? Anyway, when you change resolutions on your screen from, say, windowed to full screen. In the Thronda products, you get a SASL, I think it is, error. And you have to go up, click the, come up here, developer, and reload current. So that's a pain in the butt. So what I do, and also to get rid of that little arrow that points out, I move the screen over and keep it unwindowed, unfull screened. And then most of my other aircraft, I don't care about it, except maybe the Piper Arrow. But the problem with the Piper Arrow, it's such a big box anyway. Usually I just leave it. So that's what we just adjusted there, folks. My apologies. I meant to do that on the ground, and I let time get away from me like always. Oh, we're going from 007. Dun dun dun. Dun dun dun. Dun 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 dun. All right, let's see here. Here's what I was wanting to do. But I want to thank you all for being a part, being in here today. And hope we can do justice on this approach. I've got my prediction in. Feel free to put yours in. Exclamation mark. The word predict. Put a space in there. Negative number. Put a positive number in. It may not give it to you. It's pretty tough to land positively. Unless you dug it through the ground and came up onto the ground. And then you may not have tires. I don't know if X-Plane would simulate that. Oh, I know what I want to see. Hang on. We're getting, yeah, we're starting to get into the weather. All right. Let me see how. Yeah, they're really not showing it. Well, let me show. All right, so here's Sim Toolkit, folks. This is what our morning was all about here in St. Louis, which I think is like right about there. And you can see it is Chicago's later today. We still got a lot more to go, but it's getting close to ending. But you can see we're going to just ride up ahead. And folks, while this is the scheduled route, you would be shocked what I've seen Allegiant do to, I mean, it is, let's get real. Allegiant is a vacation carrier. So they try to help as best they can. Put that all in the big air quotes. Give you the smoothest rides possible. And then you have some of those dispatchers that will say, you know what, I think they need to go straight through the eye of the storm. The heck with those people. We got barf bags. We got floors. They can puke all over. No, seriously, they do really try. And I've seen them come out of the west coast of Florida, folks, and head all the way over to New Orleans to go around some of the heaviest stuff, or even up towards Knoxville and points a little bit east of them and hook in, trying to stay out of the belly of the storm, if you will. And I don't know how successful they are. I do know they've had to clean them a couple times. I know there's just some things you can't see and predict. except what you see on your radar, which in my case you wouldn't see, because guess what? I don't have the radar on. And now we do. But again, I don't think those echoes are going to come in. They're just too far over. I mean, that line of clouds above the other could be the beginning of it, way out there. I mean, I can see it a little lower on this side of the post. But it'll be up in Chicago later today, tonight. And it'll cause its nightmares for them too. All right, let's begin. Where are we at on top of descent? 160 miles. All right, I don't want to, well, actually, yeah, I can use, and folks, don't forget, you have SimBrief. If you have it, use it, folks. Head over there and get that landing perf. Ooh. There we go. Calculate. Calculate. Approach speed 155. We're planning a auto brake 1. No, let's plan. Oh, I gotta look at our land and hold short again. Wish they would clean that up, make it easier to read. 2 point. Okay. Okay, land and hold short. 9 Charlie. Hold short of tax. Okay, I'm not on 9 Charlie. Departure. Blah. No, it's 10 Charlie. I know we've got to land and hold short on 10 center, don't we? Don't we? Oh, no, we don't. Yes, we do. We land and hold short of hotel. Huh. They have a land and hold short at Tango, yet the line is just past Mike. Good luck with that one. I know it works up there, folks. It just looks weird when you look it up on the map. Yeah, that's all we got. So I think normally we shoot for Papa 6 or Fox. Ooh. Interesting. It looks like, wow, our normals for Echo to the ramp are gone. Huh. Be interesting to see how this is going to play out. Interesting. All right, for us coming in on BONNT, we do not have any altitude restrictions, so it's strictly by ATC. Okay. I'm just reading my approach chart, folks, for the VEEC 5 arrival, which is what we're flying. The routing is set up so you go north of the airport for one runway. Everything else you come around from the south. Why? It really does make you ask why. Oh well. But yeah, we do not have any altitude restrictions here, folks. I'll let you see it so you can go why. Just say, oh yeah, it's Chicago. Yeah, and if you read the ATIS message, now mind you, 16 minutes old, there is nothing about 10 centers hold land and hold short. But anyway, here we are. BONNT will fly this route all the way to Cato, Pink. We then veer off to Monks, Giorgio, Possum, and then we'll hook probably in, if not sooner, for the arrival. And again, the arrival, here's the PRM. Is it the same? Yes. All right, so here's the PRM again for those just tuned in. Here's our frequency, 108.95 already put in. 93 is our final approach course, and 2,300 feet at Ray, which is approximately 5 miles out. Okay. Missed approach, we go to CGT VOR and hold. And altitude wise, like I said, I'm thinking they're gonna Charn, Ruta, Peepaw, somewhere in here's the turn in. We'll grab the ILS, come right in. We are not going out to Gibbs. Sorry, we will not go out to Gibbons unless all of a sudden there's 100 airplanes lined up, and I hope to God not. I probably I probably wouldn't be online anyway, just because it'll probably kick me off. 200 feet above the ground is our minimums, and a half-mile visibility. So pretty good approach coming in. All the giggling I was doing was here, folks, coming in 10 Charlie, 10,800 foot runway. You do have a land and hold short. I'm not sure why. We're not crossing any runways like they used to. And hotel. But those of you familiar, if you can remember coming into O'Hare, if you came in on this runway, you'd get off usually around Fox, if not hotel. Or those like me, every now and then, all the way to the end, GG. And you would taxi to Echo, taxi across, and, you know, you'd hit your area depending on either this one, actually here to here to here to here to here. If you're American, if you're United, well, it's gone. These X's mark the spot of it's not supposedly active anymore. Even blown up. Might have been blown up. No. So I don't know what they're going to do. If they're going to run us down to Yankee, up to Victor and back, or what? That's kind of weird. Or make us come back, cross over here, and come back. It's kind of yeah, I'm not really sure what they got planned on the taxi. So we'll keep that in mind. Lastly, whoops, wrong airport. What the heck? Am I like missing something here? Oh, there they are. It's above it. Duh. We're going to Hotel 16 next to the Hotel California. We'll be blocking in, hopefully, Hotel 16 unless somebody's already in my spot. I'm really curious what they got in planned. They've got something, I'm sure. All right. That's our arrival, folks. Hope you're ready for it, because yours truly, I'm not really sure. We'll have a interesting learning session. 96 miles out, so let's start our getting ready here, folks. All right, so we'll put in our descent here shortly. We're still far enough out. We don't want to until we're about 40 out. We do have traffic 10 miles off us. And by the way, is center really up? Yeah, they are. Okay. 34,875. Let's get that in here just in case. Okay, double check. 134,875. Okay, and then approach. Oh, great. We have two approaches. Oh, goodness. Let's make it complicated. Don't they know it's Monday? Oh well, let's see who else is coming in with us. Let's see. That might be another American flight, but I think they may be going to Honolulu from Jeff K. All right, we're coming up. We just crossed over BONNT, if you didn't notice that down here. Kind of zoom in a little bit while we can. Well, we never went up to 36,000. Shame on us. Actually, I think we just crossed that point. So, trying to figure out why Chicago is so heavily manned this early. And on top of it, Minnesota. Uh, 120. Oh my gosh, we even have 127.5. Alright, approach. You're gonna wait a second. 1900. Alright, here comes center. 134.875. Okay. Chicago Center. American 1924 with you. Flight level 350 approaching Nyland.
American 1924 Chicago Center to contact. Descend to maintain flight level 240.
Down to flight level 240 for American 1924. Down to 240. All right, folks, couple of ways you can do this. Real quick, we could do it by clicking VNav here and next page, which is what I'm gonna do. Descent, since I'm there. And execute. Or if it would have said descent, just get to the descent page, click that, or you can use altitude intervene. Forecast. Those of you curious when you're in Europe or other places how to set your descent transition level, in this plane, again, go to your descent page, click forecast, and there it is. You can also request your descent winds.
American 1924, are you able to make Boeing at 111,000?
American 1924, what was the fix? Boone?
Yes, sir.
I didn't see on the chart restriction, but you need us there by 11.
That's correct. If you can't make it, just let me know now, and I can just give you a hard crossing. But if you're able to make Boeing 11,000, I can give you the crossing instruction now.
We'll make Boone at 11,000, 1924.
Chicago Center, Delta 686, unable direct Robbie at this time. My FMC is locked up. Okay. American 1924 best rate, descend to maintain 111,000, and the altimeter is going to be 29 or 99. Descend to maintain 111,000.
American 1924, best descent rate to 11,000.
Chicago Center, American 501, flight level 340. American 501, Chicago Center, right down. Okay, Delta 666, are you able to direct to Ronick? Negative. Like I said, my FMC is currently locked up. I'm trying to unfreeze it.
Okay, at 3,000 feet a minute, spoilers up, we can make Boone.
As a matter of fact, everything's frozen. I might have to just not do this. American 501, ready to contact 20 to the southwest, Fort Wayne, flow 340. 51.
Ladies and gentlemen, as you can see, we are descending. Seatbelt sign is on. If you happen to be up and about, please return your seat. Keep your seatbelt fastened for the remainder of the flight. On behalf of the flight crew, we appreciate you being with us today. Wish you a very safe and pleasant journey to your final destination. Hope to see you back here with us soon. Thank you.
That's a 686 logging off. My game's broken right now. Sorry. Alright, take care. Bell 38 Queens offline for you, take care. Was that for Delta 38? Yes. Alright, thank you. Over to Unicom. Thanks, Delta 38. American 1924, before you switch, the red 5 squawk 6575 6575.
Uh-oh. My bad, sir. I thought I had it there. It was one off. Sorry about that. We got 6575 now.
No problem.
We're just batting 1,000, folks. See, I told you it's that thing in Chicago. All right, now the hard part. Okay, let's not yet, but we're gonna slow to get under 280 by the time we get down.
American 1924 looks like somebody wants a fast track train cost leaving. Reaching 11,000, maintain 300 knots.
Reaching Boone, maintain 300 knots. American 1924. Roach is going offline. Really? That'll help us out too. All right, 2999, folks. Little trick you can do. You can dial it right now. So when you hit 18,000, all you got to do is punch standard. 200 we'll put in for radio. Okay, coming up on 18,000. Okay, we're below. Let's click it and double check. $2,999 again. Scatter. Oh, now they fixed the layer at 13, but then they broke it at 15,000. I mean, come on, Chicago. No problem. No ceiling to deal with, folks. Okay, do need to keep this up to date. Somebody's talking. Shaw Adonkam, thank you. Thank you, sir. Chicago. JM, thank you for the follow. We sure appreciate you. Welcome aboard. I try not to dog you now too hard. Nah, I mean, my biggest problems with Chicago is usually outbound. and like everywhere, trying to get a clearance. And but inbound usually goes pretty smoothly. And that was before the PDC days. Exactly.
Chicago Center, American 311, 7,500, call me 15,000.
But overall, I don't have too much trouble.
10,000 normal speed, climb and maintain 1230.
Here we come.
Okay, climb and maintain
11,000.
1230, American 311.
We made it. I'll tell the passengers, suck it up.
Approach 11.0.
And American 1924 over to approach 1900. Have a great day. Thanks. Here we go. Chicago approach, American 1924 over Boone for 10 center.
1924 Chicago approach. Welcome, it is Juliet is current. O'Hare altimeter 2999 and A firm. You can expect us around 10 center.
And we have Joliet now and 10 center, American 1924. Hey, this one makes a little more sense. Holy mackerel. I guess we don't have a hold short, even though it shows it on the chart. Like I said, folks, the challenge is going to be the taxi. Oh, wait, that was real world. It makes more sense. I'm just going to go with the real world. Just kidding. Oh, man.
2089 heavy wind 030 at 7. Runway 4 right, clear to land. Clear to land, Pacific 2089. Thank you, sir.
All right, let's get this lined up for pink. All right, folks, kind of finish this up now. Engines are set. Fasten seatbelts are on. Landing lights still above 10,000, so we'll keep them off. Now, one thing you can be doing in this plane, and that is over here, go to Home, Ground Services, Lighting. And you could actually be setting them. Now, if you run with the C-list, I think it's called, the cockpit checklists, where it shows up and you tick them off as you go down off there. You tick off like you do ATC as well. But anyway, sorry, couldn't resist the little one-liner there. It'll tell you to do that. Set your internal lighting. Mind you, that's a flight attendant job. Good luck on the taxi. Yeah, I'm really wondering what the heck they got planned for us. I looked at that on the chart, I went, oh my gosh. There's reasons why it's no. But no, on the checklist, it'll actually tell you to go over here and click this, click that. So it's kind of a neat thing, folks. All right, we're pushing in, and according to this, it's raining and 13 degrees Celsius, so we're good. It is a plus sign, yes. It is that season, folks. Be careful when you get into these clouds now. Really be careful.
Pacific 2089 heavy, exit right at hotel, contact Midway ground 118.07.
Midway. Ooh.
11807 for ground.
We're going to be
hotel.
there. Yeah, we're glutton for
2089,
punishment
thanks, sir.
this week, folks. We'll be back to Midway
Welcome every day.
later in the week.
You too.
And I forget who we're flying that for.
And Chicago departure citation November 9er uniform is short of full right at midway at Yankee 1, ready for departure. Number 9er uniform, Chicago departure, rolling 4 right, line up and wait. Right, line up and wait, 9er uniform.
Wonder if they got a descent in mind for me.
Departure November 9er 77 Sierra Juliet, ready to go in sequence 4 right. Number 9er 77 Sierra Juliet, Chicago departure, roger, hold short runway 4 right. Hold short 4 right, 77 Sierra Juliet.
All right.
American 1924, descend and maintain 10, 10,000.
American 1924 out of 11 for 10,000.
November 9er uniform, wind is 030 at 7, turn left, heading 250, runway 4 right, cleared for takeoff. I left turn 250, 4 right, cleared for takeoff, 9er uniform.
1,000 to go.
Okay, let's get those lights on. All right, looking at the checklist here. Gonna go ahead, punch up.
977 Sierra Juliet, runway 4 right, line up, wait. Line up and wait, November 9er 77 Sierra Juliet.
Okay, everything's looking good. Go ahead and set it for that heading, worst case scenario.
And departure, November 9er uniform, passing 1,000, turning left to 250 right now. November 9er uniform, Chicago, departure, radar contact, climb and maintain 6,000. Climb and maintain 6,000 for 9er uniform.
Oh, getting a little bumpy here, folks.
And November 9er uniform, I'm in the altitude, climb maintain 4,000. Dimension 4,000, 9er uniform. November 9er 77 Sierra Juliet, wind 030 at 7, turn left, heading 250, runway 4 right, cleared for takeoff. Left 250, cleared for takeoff.
Part of my
9er
problem,
77 Sierra
the
Juliet.
spoilers are out.
November 9er uniform, contact Chicago, departure 125.0. 250, you have a good issue day, 9er uniform. See ya.
Gonna run me out to Cooper. Oh man.
Departure 77 Sierra Juliet, 1,700. Number 9er 77 Sierra Juliet, radar contact, climb and maintain 1 to 5,000.
What I do, folks,
Climb
is
and maintain 1 to
kind of look at how we're
5,000.
doing things.
77 Sierra Juliet.
Now, granted, he's got between 5,000 and 3,000 to drop me, so. But still. This isn't Southwest Airlines. Yeah, they slowed from 300. I'm assuming I should be down at 240 at 10,000 feet.
Number 9770 Juliet, leaving 6,000, clear direct Pumpkin.
Oop.
Leaving 6,000, clear direct Pumpkin, November 9er 770 Juliet. American 1924, descend, maintain 4,000.
All right. American 1924 down to 4,000 from 10,000. All right, down we go.
9770 Juliet, you're clear direct to Pumpkin at this time. We'll go direct Pumpkin right now, 770 Juliet.
Oh, so they want us up at 300 then. Okay. Wow. Again, I wish this was on the charts like it used to be. But thank you there. Really appreciate that. We're getting a lot of help from one of the centers, from the guy at the center post. It's not easy. 4,000 will put us. And what I'm doing, folks.
9770 Juliet, contact Chicago Center, 134.87.
We're definitely not going to beat Aruda. Let's give it a little help.
November 9er 770 Juliet, thank you.
All right, we're going to need speed brakes. Okay, the localizer just came alive on the other side. I think. Double check the identifier. VZ. Do I have the right one tuned in? 10895, yeah. Why is it? Well, let's give it a little bit. I bet it's still tuned to something else. Okay, there's Ruda. We're passing abreast that. Next will be Sharn, then Peepaw, and I'll bet you Peepaw's where I get turned. And that's where I was guessing, folks, from the beginning, between Kayla and
American 1924, turn right heading 360 vectors approach.
Right turn 360 for vectors for the approach. Yep, here it comes, switching over, folks. That's why you always verify either by letters up here or right off your NAVCOM. Because I'm here to tell you, it sucks when you line up. Mid-America's a good one. You don't get the accurate lettering until, oh my gosh, I forget where in the flight sim, but if you're tracking it, folks, you're gonna end up in
1924, maintain 210 knots.
American 1924 slowing to 210.
American 1924, turn right heading 070, intercept runway 10 center, localizer.
070 for the intercept, 10 center, American 1924. And VOR lock. SXH, good numbers. Here we go, folks, for the intercept. Leveling off, get those spoilers in. And brakes.
1924, 6 miles from Ruda, maintain 4,000 till established on the localizer. Cleared Osprey 10 center approach.
All right, cleared for the ILS approach 10 center, American 1924. Let's get those lights on if they aren't already. They are. Good. And go ahead and put it in approach mode. And let me get up. Can I see? Can I see? Can I see? We'll see it when we come around. All right, folks, we are lining up. Let me just see where we're at again. Hang on. At Sharn, I'm going to begin slowing us for the approach. Actually, let's come down here, click this button, and this button. Click it into there. 139 is our approach speed. So we'll call 145 our, I'm sorry, 139's ref, 145, and here we go. I hope we don't come off. Looks like we're gonna disconnect. I hate this 20 thing sometimes, but I get it. It's not for everyone. Yep, disconnected. Bummer. Well, I'm not going to reconnect, folks. It's not fair to everyone on the ground. We'll try once. Approach American 1924. We got kicked because of frame rates. If it happens again, we'll stay off, but over Ruta.
No worries. Yeah, you're almost there. American 1924, contact O'Hare Tower 120.75.
120.75 American 1924. And Tower American 1924 coming up to Ray on the ILS.
American 1924, only 10 center, clear to land, 10506.
Cleared to land, 10 center. We are showing frame rate issues with VATSIM, so we may disconnect. We'll stay off if we do. And we did. I knew it. Okay, 145, go to 30.
1,000.
Why is Otto still flying?
1,000 feet, stabilized, Mr. Perch, altitude set.
I also got to get a hold of the throttles. What the heck?
400.
Why is it in yellow?
300. Approaching minimums.
That was weird.
200 minimum.
80 knots.
Was interesting on approach seeing the runway outlined in yellow. All right, do I risk? How many aircraft are actually here? Why am I? I guess I go down to Yankee. There is no easy way from here. Yeah, I promised I wouldn't come back up the second time, so... maddening. Alright folks, we'll kind of see how we did here in a minute. Let's get that APU and lights off. Normally, this taxiway coming up, folks, is where we would turn. Now, granted, I'm not online, so granted, I could do it. I'm going to take a look here. Yeah, usually this is where we would turn up. But, man, we got to go the whole length. Then up to Victor and over. Wow. GG would also work. Wow, we're going to go all the way to Yankee, up to Victor and over, but Victor is where they're working in for the 2-2. Oh, wait a minute. They said they were landing the 4s today, so I think that would be safe. Okay, the EPU is running. Trim. Well, let's do our checks to 4. And flight directors can go off. And terrain radar off. Rain radar off. Yeah, I'd like to known what the taxi routes would have been. I'm thinking I'm going pretty close to where it would have been. That is bizarre. I wonder if that's going to be a de-ice facility they're going to put in down there. That's could be. Alright, and hopefully nobody's landing on me offline. Good deal. Alright, and then, yeah, because, well, yeah. Now you go up here to Victor. Yeah, I'm really wondering if they're gonna build in the pad here. Wouldn't surprise me. They really need it. Oh, there's the lakes. Well, I don't know if that lake's good enough for the glycol. Wow. What a taxi American has. They probably would prefer the 9s. Just so they can come down and around and not have to deal with having to go around Echo. Echo. Because that was like their taxiway, folks. Straight in. Then they would use whatever that was. Kilo, Alpha 12, whatever. To get right up to the K gates. Victor, like we're on. Right up to the other side of the K and the L. Oh yeah, this was, but man, holy mackerel, do they, no, they're still open. They're building something out there. Huh. Wow. Interesting as all get out. All right, folks, there's our gates up ahead. Go ahead and kill the strobers. Now in the sim world, Echo is available, folks. Now whether VATSIM will put you on it will be a different tale. And now I forget taxi mode here. I think we go up here and then turn. I promise we'll look at the chart again, folks, for those of you tuning in for the landing. Unfortunately, we were not able to maintain frame rates on final. I tried it once. It failed the second time. So I don't come back up. It's not fair. Now, whether it would have held while we're on the ground is always debatable. But to me, the rule is in place for 2 reasons. Yeah, it sucks to be like me, where you get kicked off under 20. But I don't know what settings I could set in the sim to ease it up. The stream is probably eating up some. But anyway, it's made so the group as a whole can enjoy. Been in events, I've been in stuff, folks, where, you know, it's the all about me syndrome of the times, and it really stunk. So I'll just stay offline. Galway ground rampies, come on, airplanes have the right of way. Okay, brakes are set. Let's double check. Got the red light. Okay. All right, and finally, red light. Okay, EPU is on. Switch over. Get the beacon back on. Seatbelt sign off. Make sure our flaps are indeed all the way up, spoilers all the way down. Okay, after landing, flaps probe heat. Stape trim, weather radars, APU, fasten seatbelts off, and then we can shut things down. All right, folks, welcome into O'Hare. Beautiful day, so to speak, if you like Chicago. I know, we have people from the ARTCC online, so we have to behave ourselves. No, not really. All right, so for the passenger unboarding, sent any collision to off. I thought I did. Obviously, I did not. And like I said, folks, everything is pretty automated, which is flat out amazing to me. Flat out amazing. A free mod to a sim, and it does all of this. I mean, folks, I hate to break it to you. Those of you with PMDG are probably jaw-dropped right now that I just said the word free. It is, folks. It is free for the price of admission to X-Plane. Just an amazing product, folks. The fact that he made it free to us is just that much better. All right, so we're on the ground with Virtual American, and guess what we didn't do? Didn't start the ACARS program. Oh well, we had a great time. Hey, look on the bright side, Chicago guys. We're going to come back again sometime here soon. Not today, because we do have something going on. So, but yeah, that means we'll just have to do it again. Dag nabbit, I hate when I don't start that thing. Let's get out of the commercial break and then we'll brief it out. Butthead myself. All right, looking at it, looks right now like about 114 feet a minute, or 50, wait a minute, my bad, 154. So really a good landing into here. That's with Elevatech. Stand by. Sorry for that, folks. Had someone at the door. All right, so we kind of screwed up. We forgot to start ACARS. So we can't verify with them. That being Virtual American. Dang it, I hate when I do that. But let's take a look at Sim Toolkit. That we did have running. And that is showing 104 feet a minute. And that was actually a pretty good approach. Good job there at Chicago ARTCC and CCC. And good job on the, sorry for all the digging I did at just Chicago. Now, the getting out part, like I said, that's usually my challenge. And really not sure why frame rates are so cruddy here. Check something out here before we go a little further. And we'll check it here in a minute. All right, so let's finish this up with Sim Toolkit. So let's complete the flight. Now, this is why I prefer Sim Toolkit over just about any of the VATSIM, whatever you want to call these kinds of programs. Volanta you pay for, but you don't get much for that pay for. Sim Toolkit, you don't pay a dime. And folks, it's good for Microsoft. It's good for X-Plane. Really is a good toolkit to have in your flight sim. Why? Well, for one, you've got flight planning, VFR, and regular flight schedules. So let's just say you are new to aviation, because that's about the only way you won't know there's a lot of flights out of Chicago. But you're trying to figure out where to go next. That's a great tool here, Flight Schedule. I can go by put in the real flight. I can put in by airline routes. I'm sorry, real flights schedule if I know the flight number. Real flights, I could put in either the flight number, where I'm at, where I want to go, and it'll tell me what kind of flights where I'm at will go there or from where. So one of my favorite tools, especially when I get down to South America, Africa, I absolutely have no idea sometimes where, where flights will go. So I use that tool. Then you have the logbook, which gives you the ability to do what we'll do next. And then your fleet, your screenshots, real airline ops, streaming tools, flight tools. For just the basic person, I could put checklists in here, wind calculations, and so forth. So, I mean, folks, literally a lot of tools right in this one thing. Add to it, if you look down here, using this setting mode, I can add nav graph charts, sim brief, DATIS, right to it, so it's all in one stop shop area. SkyVector comes with it. All you have to do is activate it. And I can also look up weather, TAFs, NOTAMs right here with the ICAO. So let's go in. Now this is pretty much what Volanta will show you at this level. Maybe a little more. Some people have told me other programs out there will give you neat little radiographs and all of this. I think the picture that you're about to see is, like they say, $1 million. So real quick, we flew 2 hours, 25 minutes, 690 miles, 5.4 kilograms of fuel, less than a G on the landing, folks. As our center controller was telling us here in chat, that's butter, folks. Matter of fact, they're out there degreasing the runway. At 104 feet per minute, 132 knots. Everything right where it needed to be. The only bad thing, I'll tell you, I already know, we landed long. However, according to this, we were still, oh, hang on, what runway? 10 right. Where's 10 right? Is that one down here? All right, folks. Well, you can kind of see, well, we were only 1,500 feet down the runway, and that's ballparking, probably more like 2,500 feet here. But we are not 3,089 feet off the center line. Oh, Sim Brief and Sim Toolkit sometimes get things all discombobulated. That's fine. But the numbers are what we look at, and they are good. According to this, we would have landed, well, we're still in the landing zone here. Not sure the taxiway, but we are in the landing zone. According to this, about just under 1,600 feet down the runway. So, folks, that is not bad. That's your aim point right there. So, and then looking at it, I'd say 2 or 3 feet, 5 feet at the most off the center line. We'll be generous to say 10 feet. So, overall, a good landing. So, we're going to wrap it up there, folks. Only reason being until another update comes out from X-Plane. I mean, granted, we're going to be back in Destin with this plane to do it on the ACAR system. But for now, we're going to end it right here and say thank you so much. Thank you for Adoctum. Thank you so much for the follow. Great time in the center. And hope you all have a great day. Tomorrow's stream will start normal times. And just about told you the wrong place. We're going to be up in Alaska, bearing the weather. Well, actually, we'll set the weather if need be. We're going to go to Barrow and back, as long as it's a charter right now with FedEx Express Virtual. If it goes away, we'll find something else. So, but anyway, that is the game plan, up and back from Barrow. Don't know the aircraft. I know what I wanted to fly, but thinking about weather and all, it may not be the smartest plane to fly up there. So we'll see what we have. For now, though, thank you so much for being a part of Flying with Mike. We have a big, we'll be starting this big announcement here shortly. The CEO came up with an idea of flying from all the different places I've lived, which is actually pretty interesting to look at when you see it lined out. In all, it's over 13,500 miles, to include a couple crossings of oceans. So, yeah, that ought to be, we'll start that up here soon. Just got to figure out some minor stuff with it, but really, it'll start in California, I'll tell you that much, and it'll end here in the St. Louis area. Why I'm allowed to dog Chicago so much, because I live on the Illinois side. So, but anyway, folks, all in fun. Well, no, not really. But anyway, I hope you'll enjoy this, because it's going to go to places not a lot of people go to. Now, in countries and areas, they'll know these places, but some will not. And it'll limit the types of aircraft, too. So, logistics is what I got to work out right now. So stay tuned. That is coming very soon, and it's going to involve 2 5,000-mile flights. So we'll talk to you tomorrow, folks. Same bat time, same bat channel. Hope you all have a great night. God bless.